36,000 thrown into fires. That's
okay.
116,000 beaten.
Okay.
Ooh. 25 to 43,000 deaths.
Okay, so you're saying that's a Buddhist genocide? Is that what you're saying?
How many dead?
30,000.
Like 30 to 45,000.
I mean,
are you saying that?
I mean, we were calling Gaza a genocide when we hit 30,000.
So are you calling that a genocide?
We have changed the definition.
Okay, there we go.
Can I answer the question? Can I answer the question?
Before you do, please stretch. Welcome
to Deep Waters.
Where are you going right now?
So they crank the 5G up, and then we just all get shaken and bacon microwave. I love it.
I didn't say that, you absolute moron.
There was no dinosaurs. Those were Nephilim giants from the Bible.
And Lucifer is in the Vatican?
Yes.
Oh, okay, got it.
I think space is probably like
just a giant liquid.
Yeah.
Build it up, seal the well. When it's about to collapse, release the gays.
Are you going to get the jab?
Never.
Conspiracy Social Club, aka Deep Waters.
Hold off on beating off and do less zines, I think.
I don't know, bro. I love these things. They get me jacked up.
How many a day are you going through?
A lot.
Are you on Sixers?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You graduated quickly.
Quickly. Totally. Yeah, dude. I'm just running through them.
What's your flav?
I found some spearmint.
Okay.
And another green one. I just like
I love when Sam gets cute.
I was in Detroit, which I loved. I had a great time in Detroit, and there was a tobacco store next. I go, oh, this is where they go get the good stuff. So I went there because I'm tired of like the original.
Yeah,
doesn't have the kind of tang.
California sucks. It's so stupid.
I mean, it just sucks.
It just sucks.
This state sucks.
It freaking sucks, dude.
And it's just like it's a victim of being great weather. So all the rich people come here, and then their kids annihilate everything.
Yeah, and then
they are a virus.
And then they tell you while they live in the Hollywood Hills in multi-million-dollar homes that are uninsured. That's how delusional these people are. They're like, I don't care. Yeah, like 100%. Your house is gonna fall on top of you. And then they tell us to have empathy for people.
Yeah.
You would shoot a homeless person on sight if you saw them
if
anywhere
a black
near.
person came into your gated community, you would instantly all go outside going, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Yep. But card-holding liberals. This state sucks.
This state sucks. Sip harder.
All right. Let's get into, you know what? I was going to Postmate some coffee today with a little breakfast burrito. The going rate for breakfast burritos in Los Angeles now, just $18.
It's
just $18 for eggs and bacon and a tortilla.
Dude, and that's about the price of a house in Detroit.
Yeah. Oh, mea culpa, by the way, last week said something very stupid. I say numerous stupid things
that should be the name of the show.
Yeah, Detroit is surrounded by water. So you could definitely... I mean, I don't think you could land there, but on a boat. But just, sorry, there's a lot of water around there.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's get into this Venezuela thing. Rye, first tab. This comes from Dropsite, which is a great website.
Why is it a great website?
Well, they do a lot of great reporting on Gaza. As often as you call me a Zionist, I am very sympathetic to the people in Gaza. So they do a lot of good reporting there on that. But this was a crazy story. Go up to the headline real quick, Rye. Secret Bukele deal lies behind Trump's El Salvador deportations. Okay, so there's this guy, one of the heads of MS13.
Yeah.
Named Grenas.
Yeah. You nailed that.
Grenas.
Dude, I'd love to be with you Taco Bell ordering food. You must just try to connect. Hola, señor.
Hola. Dos Crunchwrap Supreme. This is what my dad does every time we go to Taco Bell.
Uno momento.
Yeah.
What do you guys want? I'm in with them.
Okay, so go to the
why do they love to show them drinking water? Like every picture is
such
like,
a good
sipping.
point.
It's like in
so
acting.
wild.
If you said, hey, you know how they said you can't smoke cigarettes on television or anything like that anymore? If they said you can't drink booze or alcohol anymore, actors wouldn't know what to do to themselves. They'd be like, every time it's like sip a drink, sip a drink.
God, that was such a thirst-quenching sip of Crystal Geyser, I got to say.
Oh, my God. Enjoy the plastics.
Unbelievable. Okay, so U.S. President Donald Trump and Salvadorian President Nayib Bukele have long presented themselves as crusaders of justice, battling the scourge of transnational criminal gangs. Earlier this year, the Trump administration declared MS13, a violent Salvadorian gang that originated in the U.S. and other Latin criminal groups, to be terrorist organizations. Now, we heard all about the gay hairdresser getting deported and all these people with the Aliens Act and all that stuff. And everybody was outraged. There was this niche law that they were enacting so that they could take away the rights of these people.
Right.
Now, this article drops and says that this dude, Cesar Humberto Lopez Larios, otherwise known as Grenas.
Grenas. Sounds like something Ryan will get after his month off of not punching the munchkin. Hey, dude, I found out I got Grenas.
And how long are you?
Inches?
Yeah.
I mean, seven and a half.
Oh, that's good.
Jesus
that's a good
Christ.
number. That's a good number.
Jesus, man.
That's a good number.
That's big.
That is big.
That's
It's really great when your board op's got the biggest dick on the show.
That's really big. Because you're not that big.
No, on tippy toes, it's 6-inch.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. I didn't know we were working with this thing.
Yeah. Keep that in your pants.
Fuck, dude. Okay, so all of these people get deported, and this article is implying that one of the reasons this aliens, and can you pull up what that law is actually called, like aliens and extradition or something like that? One of the reasons why they enacted that was because this guy could not wind up in U.S. courts. So there was this big deportation thing.
Interesting.
They could not have this dude being prosecuted.
Can't have him go. Why?
Because he is doing back deals with the El Salvadorian president to manage gang MS-13 relationships with the El Salvadorian government.
Now, when you mean him, Trump or Gorditas?
Grenas.
Grenas.
So Grenas is essentially an MS-13 rat.
Oh, my God.
He's working with the El Salvadorian government to curb MS-13 activity and also kind of like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Whoa,
now,
he's done.
Trump knows that this guy Bukele is like, you can't have this dude be questioned by U.S. authorities because then this deal that we have may get unearthed. So they do this kind of bizarre covert deportation so that they can get all of these inside MS-13 guys to that El Salvadorian prison, and it won't be in front of U.S. courts at all.
Whoa!
Because they've got to keep it under wraps.
Are they going to save him or are they going to kill him? Because
no, they're going to save him.
The word is he's also in the human trafficking. That's the word. That's their argument.
What do you mean? What's the word?
Gorditas or Gordata.
Let's just call him Gorditas because it seems like we want to go there. So let's just do that.
Gorditas supposedly is involved in some human trafficking.
The Alien Enemies Act of 1798, yeah, is what they. Grenas was among more than 250 people the Trump administration has placed on airplanes to El Salvador. Despite a federal judge trying to block it, the majority of people expelled were men from Venezuela accused of being members of the gang Tren de Aragua. That's right. So this guy was getting the way to get him out was to lump him in with all this stuff so that he would get to the El Salvadorian prison and not get wrapped up in any of the legal proceedings dealing with deportation.
Okay, so they're like, listen, you could deport him, but don't go through the normal process of putting him in front of a judge, and then it will come out that he's been working with us. Get him to us, and then we could
either keep working with him or we can snuff him out.
Yeah. All right. It's interesting, but what they'd like to do is paint, like, let's say the Kenosha shootings, where the left was like, they just cared. It turned out the guy was like a violent pedophile.
What are you talking about? The Kenosha shootings? What were those?
With Kyle Rittenhouse and
the
guy who plays Hulk. Everyone says we have the same name. Tweeting, like calling him nicknames, like cute nicknames. And it turns out he's really a scumbag, this guy that got shot and killed.
Yeah.
Like he's a convicted pedophile.
Right.
But they paint him as this guy that was it's the funniest thing I've ever seen, because this was like how many years ago that this happened. And the guy's dropping N-bombs left and right.
Yeah. Well, similar to George Floyd, like he shouldn't have had that guy lean on his neck for all that time, which took a big L on, because that's just what he said was dead wrong. But not a great human being at all, right? Just a scumbag human being.
Right. Okay. Well,
but that doesn't mean that he should have had what happened to him happen.
Who?
George Floyd.
Okay, but what I'm saying is the painting of these people.
Right, but then people went on to paint him as this kind of like
saint.
Yeah.
Right, but the way the mainstream media paints them as like they're just innocent victims, when in reality, this guy, this El Salvadorian, may be a lot darker and dirtier than we thought.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's for sure
MS13 member.
Well, he's a mole too. I mean, he's one of these freaking Mark Wahlberg kind of moles.
Yeah, I mean, if I was watching, Gotti on Netflix, and they just
hang on a second. Gotti with John Travolta?
No, Gotti. There was a doc on it.
Oh, there was a doc. Okay.
And dude, I mean, Sammy the Bull. He was listening to the tapes.
You're talking about great podcaster Sammy the Bull?
Yeah, they were listening to tapes where Gotti was basically getting close to putting a hit on him. And that's when he flipped. He's like, F you, dude.
Yeah. No, dude, all these dudes, it's all family and loyalty and all that shit until the cuffs get close.
Yeah, and not just the cuffs, but the fact that he was going to kill him because he didn't like what he was doing.
Yeah.
And, so this guy is playing both sides of the fence.
Yeah. But anyways, the U.S. government is back to doing.
But let me ask you something: if somebody is in a violent gang, and they're here on a card, would you say there is some argument to deporting them?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the right person to ask, because I think that we should kill lots more people and take rights away from lots of people.
Yeah.
If you're in the front of a left-hand turn lane and there's a green arrow and you're on your phone, you should go to jail.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm not the right person to ask. Evidently, people think that it's a slippery slope and you have to give people rights no matter what they do.
Due process.
And I'm really happy that those people exist, because I'd bring back fucking torture. If I was president.
I want the guillotines to come back, but I have a feeling they're going to be used on the wrong people.
Dude, if you were if you molest a child or rape a woman, why can't we draw and quarter you? I mean, that would be fucking awesome.
I'm in on that.
So I'm the wrong person to ask. But anyways, do you know look up when the last person killed by a guillotine was? It was pretty recent.
Really?
Oh yeah.
In America?
No, in France. But it was the freaking 80s or something, 70s or 80s or something like that.
Isn't it crazy the 80s were 40 years ago?
When was it? 77. The last person got their head chopped off by guillotine.
Bring it back, bro.
Bring it back, bro.
Let's see if Hillary's a lizard person or not. Let's see them guts.
Yeah, seriously. Let's see what comes out of the hole. Okay, go to the next tab. Let's just take a moment to piss Sam off real quick. Zoom in on this.
Dude,
one of my favorite things is when the trash takes itself out. Hi, I'm Roy. I am a fat personal trainer. And I've been working in the fitness space for 7 or 8 years now, and it never ceases to amaze me the amount of toxicity there is amongst other trainers. Personally, I advocate for body inclusivity in the fitness space always, and most of that stems from the fact that my own personal journey in fitness started with a severe eating disorder. My ED almost unalived me, so I have no regrets about being in a larger body now. And as it stands now, I don't work with clients who work specifically on weight loss goals because it's not good for my mental health. And there are thousands of other goals that don't have to do with the size of your waist. I was really nervous about having a career in fitness when I put on a little bit of weight, but people flocked to me because they no longer found me intimidating. I've been featured in Men's Health magazine. I was recently in a music video about
as he has, and this comes from a guy with tits.
You can cut it. You can cut
as
it.
he has tits. As he has tits. I mean, like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, I don't want to go to see anorexic people cooking food. Right? You just don't want to do it. Broke dudes don't need to tell me about how to make money.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And it's just like
blind people are bad hunters.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Or drivers or anything that involves sight.
Right.
This is just like I'm going to make like, dude, do you want the guy who paints his fingernails telling you how to get ripped? And it's like, hey, can I train you? Well, who's training you? Seems like nobody.
And there's this weird thing where people are like, you don't need to look at fitness through a weight loss lens. And it's like, hey, what?
Yeah, I mean, like,
what are you talking about?
Like, Ryan's super, he's getting jacked, right? He's getting jacked.
Oh, yeah.
He's also younger, but everything. But if we came in there and you had sloppy Sam and shredded Ryan,
Moose Knuckle Sam.
Who do you want to, like, lead you the way? The guy who's done it?
Well, you left out the correct option, which is me.
Dylan. Oh, yeah, you're definitely approachable.
Yeah.
You're like
sure.
the ugly stripper that everyone thinks they could take home.
Thank you. But they can't.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's who made the most money at the strip bar I worked at, was the cross-eyed chick with her titties all over, just sagging titties, dude.
Yeah.
Her titties gave up like she never wore a bra in her life.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? And like guys are like, oh, I could get her.
Right,
Let me go hang out with that
yeah,
one. She's on one leg.
Yeah.
Let's
but
go.
They can't. They can't.
But when it comes to fitness, I just listen. To do a reaction video to a guy going, "Dude, why are there fat trainers trying to get people in shape?" And this guy's like, "Wow, my titties are milking."
Yeah. No, it's so crazy. He was featured in Men's Health magazine too. It's like, we have to stop doing this. It doesn't mean we're bad people. It means that we're
fat.
No. Like holding space for crazy doesn't mean you're a good person.
Yeah.
It just means that you're crazy.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. And he's not like, I mean, there's some of these videos he doesn't even look that bad.
Yeah.
You know, you're I wouldn't say he's fat. I'd say he's just a thick dude.
Yeah, just he's a big boy.
Like, I see fat guys training.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't say this guy's the worst trainer to have trained. He just has a Burt Kreischer build.
Yeah, he's got a Burt Kreischer build. But
That's it.
anyways, don't want you training me. So anyway, I just wanted to take a little burp to piss Sam off. But
Yeah, we're in it.
Let's get to the next tab. What do we got?
Oh, go down a little bit. Go down a little bit.
bit.
Oh, did you get rid of it? I'm sorry, dude. Go down.
He saved us. Okay.
Go down, go down, go
I
down.
wanna
Why are you in a thong? Now you're pushing me.
Ooh.
Now you're asking
Go
for
ahead and roll that, please, Ryan.
Okay.
Sorry to everybody. I want to apologize to the fans.
And hey, what do you do for a living? What Starbucks do you work at? Oh no, I'm a trainer. Well, like, what do you mean you're a trainer? Do you like book the chicks who get trained? Like, what do you mean you're a trainer? That is a trainer? I take back everything I said.
He said he started on Grindr and now he does retreats. Bother your positivity. He could be training bears.
By the way, yeah,
People that want to look like a bear.
that are more bears.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to get wider?
Yeah.
You want to have your thong disappear when you bend over?
I mean, fucking magic trick disappear.
Yeah,
Like,
unbelievable, dude.
and again, I'm what I was trying to say is, like, it's not, you're not a bad person if you go, I don't want that person training me.
Yeah,
Okay?
exactly. It's like this thing that's going on where, like, if a chick doesn't want to date a certain guy, certain color, they call him racist. You're like, no, either you're attracted to someone or you're not.
Yeah, people have types. All right, let's get to the next tab. Back to conspiracies, okay? That was fun. So, Sam, why don't you take this away for us, babe?
Why don't you? Oh, everyone across country. Why do you think every county across the country, across the world, simultaneously spent billions rapidly and stealthily erecting 5G masts and streetlights? Dude, this is the best. Dude, I was driving with Dana to the airport one day. She goes, look at that weird tree. And I look over and it's a 5G tower that is being camouflaged as a tree.
Yeah, they've had those on the 405 for a while.
But the point is, why are you camouflaging it? Because you know people are going to be like, what the fuck? Why are you putting that right there? And they had a 5G tower right at a school. 5 kids got cancer.
Yeah, so Justin Franzen, who you've spoken to before.
A lot, yeah.
I've talked to him recently, and he basically broke down that, like, our bodies are rather peacefully, like our waves are fairly peaceful. Like our hertz are in sync, right? Because we come from the gods.
Yes, we are in God's shape.
Yes,
form.
we are in God's shape and
we
form.
are God's image.
And
maybe not the fat trainer. I like to. I would hate to go to heaven and God is just out of shape.
God's just dejected, and you're like, "What is going on?" He's like, "This is what
so busy.
is,
I don't get a day off.
Yeah,
I have a day off since the beginning."
And you're like, "Why is it like this?" And he's like, "Do you have any fucking idea
what's like?
What it's like? Do you know what eternity is?
Yeah.
Do you know how long?
Do you know what
that
source is? Do you know what it's like to be source?
Jesus, dude. He gets all defensive and like really catty.
And you're like, are you wearing a thumb? Where is it?
Yeah. He's like, I need you to leave me alone. Go have a good time, okay? But leave me alone. Okay, so Justin Franzen was saying that because our hertz are in such sync and calm grace, digital trampolines like 5G,
dirty electricity,
really harm us. And when this is all theoretical mumbo jumbo, right? But
I love how you bring up somebody and then you instantly shit on him.
Well, it makes sense, but it's all theoretical mumbo jumbo.
Okay. Hey, I know this guy. He can't. I talked to him. Real piece of shit.
No. He's not a piece of shit at all. I think he might be right.
Mumbo jumbo bullshit.
No. I think Justin Franzen's great. But it's kind of a mumbo jumbo theory.
No, I mean, like, this is the whole theory that the Black Plague wasn't caused by a virus. It was caused by the installation of electrical wires everywhere.
Well,
big wires.
There was no electricity when the Black Plague.
Nope, that's not true.
No, it is true, though.
That's not true.
No, it is, though.
Nope, that's not true.
Okay.
All right, go on.
No.
Go on.
No, we're going to need to go out of this video. And the crazy thing about this, and you'll Google when electricity was invented and when the Black Plague took place. So what's going to happen is we're going to find the facts that make this claim categorically incorrect, right? And then Sam is going to say that it doesn't matter. He's right. Okay.
I mean, I am right. Yeah. I mean, at what point? Yeah.
Okay. So the first observation of demonstrating static electricity was around 600 BC.
Okay. We're not talking about the ancient world.
Okay. When was the plague?
We're not talking about the ancient world.
When was the Black Plague?
That was like 700 BC.
Okay. Go to Black Plague. Go to Black Plague.
1346. Never.
That was the Black Plague. Wow. Okay. Bring the bell. Bring the bell. I got the disease wrong. I'm telling you.
Spanish flu.
There we go. When was the Spanish flu?
1912.
There we go. That's what I meant to say.
1918.
Okay.
All right. We're doing good with dates so far, I think.
Okay.
We're doing pretty good with dates.
Sorry. I got the name of the plague wrong. Which is
I also want to apologize to the fans and you. The Lyme disease bell rang.
Thank you.
I wish I could take it back.
Stolen valor.
It was stolen valor. I walked around the mall in my fatigues, and I didn't fight anybody for them. It just wasn't okay.
Okay, you deserve it. Okay.
So anyway, let's roll this video.
Spanish flu. Thank you, dude. Dad likes you now.
What do you mean now? What do you mean now?
It was a joke. It was about Dad. What Dad now shows him love.
It was a joke.
I'm a little embarrassed. I thought 700 was when
that was rough.
That was rough.
That was
I was off by
almost 1,000 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Inside. Uh-oh. Apparently,
yep.
This is an LED 5G streetlight.
Ooh.
It's pretty neat. This is a 5G cellular tower disguised as a water tower.
Yep.
You can tell it's a 5G tower disguised as a water tower because of the way that it is. Here's the antennas.
Yeah.
Here's the disguise.
Why are you
It's
hiding
pretty
it?
neat. This is a pine tree planted by T-Mobile. You
Yep.
can tell it's a pine tree planted by T-Mobile because of the way that it is.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
a pine tree,
Yep.
and it was planted by T-Mobile.
Yeah. Why are you lying to us?
This
Why are
is an
you?
Itron smart meter. You
Smart-
can tell it's an Itron smart meter by the way that it is.
Yep.
This particular Itron smart meter has a special feature. Let's take a look.
Big J.
Let's see what's inside.
Okay.
Yep.
You could tell because of the way that it is not a great argument.
Well, his argument is that he sees them all the time. He can instantly tell, so he assumes we
Yeah.
all have his data. But at the end of the day, he's totally right. They
Okay.
are hiding these things.
So can I ask you, do you think 5G, okay, so we're rapidly expanding 5G infrastructure to give everybody faster internet so that telecommunications companies can make money hand over fist, or they're trying to kill us?
yeah, both.
Okay.
Both.
Do you think that they're trying to kill us because they're trying to kill us, or do you think it's a
Yes.
byproduct of their corporate greed and they don't
Yes.
care?
Both. They don't care.
Okay. But do you think they're
There is a depopulation agenda of the elites to thin the herd. It is 100% true. When
why?
Because they're all Malachian worshipers.
God damn it. So you can go nowhere after that.
I mean, I'm just telling you, you listen to Bill Gates gave a TED Talks and you in front of this giant auditorium, and he's like, and if these vaccines work the way we think they will and we hope they will, I'm paraphrasing here, we're going to lower the population by 10 to 15%. Everyone's like, oh, that'd be great. You're like, no one goes, what are you talking about?
No, he didn't say that though, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Probably not though, right?
Put that bell near me, please.
No, I think it's good where it is actually.
No, put it near me.
What specifically should I search to find this? Bill Gates.
TED Talk, lower population, 15%.
Yeah. Yeah, no, don't think he said that.
Yeah,
but
he did. And
No.
you will lose again. And next week you'll be like, I'm a sad man. I'm a sad
hey,
man.
let's do a quick update. How's Moose Knuckle going? Are your
Moose
balls
Knuckle, how's
showing?
it look so far? Oh yeah, here. Oh yeah, that's
he's
long.
Gonna have to scrub it.
Yeah, go to the transcript. But while he's looking that up, I got to say, this is a good argument for why we shouldn't have billionaires, because Bill Gates, so Bill Gates gets all this money.
Yep.
He puts in robots that make his floors a certain temperature the way he wants it, right? You can have that. That's fine.
Enjoy it.
What we can't have are people that have so much money that they can just buy up thousands and thousands and thousands of acres of farmland.
Yep.
Like what the fuck? How is that allowed?
Yeah.
How is that allowed?
Oh, wow, Sam. I think get that bell ready. Just by reading the transcript.
Okay, here we go. Play it real quick.
First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%. But there we see an increase of...
We're going to go a little long on this one. A little long on this one.
Yeah.
I want to play for a little, it's like, what?
Yeah, keep rolling.
Oh, yeah, maybe you can say
about 1.3. The second factor is
he's
the
moved on.
services we use.
Yeah, that was a quick. So how long is that TED Talk?
It's 29 minutes.
Okay, so I love like you're insane and wrong about so much stuff, right? But it's so crazy when you talk about how these Malachian worshipers have to burp their evil and let people know what they're doing.
Yeah.
That there is no better example of that than Bill Gates talking about how his good jobs report is a 10 to 15% slow in population growth.
Yep.
Among a 29-minute speech, he talks about that for maybe 7 seconds. and then he just moves on. He's like, I got to get this out there.
Oh, yeah, a quick little bang, keep moving.
Quick little bump, and then we move on.
Let's just move on.
This might be worth a reread. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
I don't know why. What do you think that means? Yep. I mean, he's just a dark guy.
Well, like, why say vaccines? I could understand reproductive health services. That's basically
because to him and his friends, these vaccines are doing their job, which is population depopulation. That's what he wants.
To what end? You just said
the Guidestones or whatever, the Georgia Guidestones said the elites want the population at 500 million. That's what they wanted. They think that is manageable. That's a lot of death. If we go from his 6.8, that is 6.3 billion deaths.
Okay, but okay. You
just can't accept that there are apex predators around us.
Okay.
You can't accept that. You can accept that someone like Hitler, bad guy. You can't accept that a guy whose parents were involved in eugenics, they were a big part of eugenics, would want to install eugenics.
Yeah, but eugenics that unalive 6.3 billion people, you're saying that they actually are...
That is what was on the Georgia Guidestones.
Okay, but do you think that the Georgia Guidestones were created by another reason we don't need billionaires? Some erratic rich guy who wanted to throw up a fucking old 5G tower to make us all scramble our brains.
It's called revelation of the method.
Yes.
They got to tell you, because in their belief system, that if they tell you what they're doing and you don't stop them, it's on you.
Do you think they are trying to kill 6.3 billion people?
Yes.
I mean, that's just... Okay, so that would mean that they are the starting guard of the roster of evil.
100%.
Okay, because the worst we've had so far...
Yeah, they can't do it all at once.
Okay.
Even if let's say you got it to 500 million people, right? No, there's nothing in there. Those are where I put old ones. Oh, okay, respect. Even if you put it, even if you got to 500 million people, right? You would still have way more of us than there are of them.
Did you eat before this?
No, I've been really holding off on eating. I've been eating one meal a day.
Oh, mad.
All right. So, yes, that's what they want. They want it to be more manageable.
All right.
Because that's how they basically serve their God.
I mean, there's no rational explanation. Like, they want that many people gone so they could buy up all the land, or
so they can manage us. They are apex predators.
Okay.
We are their livestock.
So there's too many chimpanzees running around right now, and they want to... Okay. All right.
That's why they hold global climate change conferences where they all take private jets.
Yeah, that is a very, very odious slip, and it's not a slip.
Nothing's going to happen to Bill Gates ever.
Well, we could have a Mangione out there.
Now they're talking about giving that guy the death penalty.
Do it, you fucking cowards. See what happens. See how many angry white women show up to the courthouse that day. You'll be overrun. It'll be
angry fat white women.
No, not just fat.
The same demographic that goes to fucking Thunder Down Under. You ever see that? Or Chippendales? It's just fat white women cheering on gay men.
No, that's not true. That's It's not
Are you
true.
gonna give me another one?
No, I'm not giving you any more. I'm on my last one. You and fucking Big Dick over there took 2 of my. I had finite resources, okay? I'm not Bill Gates. I'm not trying to hoard and slaughter. You guys are takers.
Yeah, I mean, I did win.
So what? Let's get to an ad break. All right. What is the next story? We can do this at the end. This is more Piss Sam stuff. I can't speak.
Chiefs.
Not this. Not this. Definitely. Oh no, not this. Not this. But this. Evidently, there's a new O lineman in the combine in the draft.
He's been working with that personal trainer.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's the heaviest person in the history of the NFL.
I mean, dude, they don't want him to get too big.
He's already far too big. I think
they're talking about. I mean, there's 400-pound guys wanting to come in there.
He's almost 5. I think he's like 470. But anyways, yeah. What do we have here? Zoom in on this guy. Oh gosh, here we go.
Well, hey, it's not the Jays. You got to feel good about that.
No, and this is like so. Candace Owens is a sewer cunt. We talked about it last week.
Damn. Mark that.
Mark
like
it.
That.
Hey, dude. Life's been pretty crazy for you lately.
It is cuckoo crazy time.
Yeah, I mean, you're zinning all over the place.
I am so zinned out right now.
Yeah.
I could run through a wall.
Well, life in general can be pretty chaotic.
It can be.
You know what can help with that?
What?
ShipStation.
Oh, my God. Dude, let me tell you. Shipping stuff is one of my biggest problems in my life right now. Okay, one of the biggest problems.
Me too. My wife comes home. She goes, "What are all these packaging slips?" I flip out. I go, "You have no idea how hard I'm working."
Yeah.
For this family.
Yeah.
And then I have to go take a walk. Yeah. And I don't want to take as many walks as I'm taking.
Yeah, this guy's not. His Fitbit numbers are so high.
I hit 10,000 steps before the end of the day, and then I have to have this label conversation with my wife every single night.
Dude, there's one of the most uncomfortable conversations you'll ever have.
But I haven't had one in a while because you know why?
I have a feeling.
I started
I've got a feeling.
using ShipStation. With ShipStation, you never need to upgrade. ShipStation grows with your business no matter how big it gets. You can lead your business into the future with smart features and automations that boost efficiency and save you time, okay? It's the fastest, most affordable way to ship products to your customers. Seamlessly integrate with services and selling channels that you already use. Over 130,000 companies have grown their e-commerce with ShipStation. Calm the chaos of order fulfillment with the shipping software that delivers. Switch to ShipStation today. Go to ShipStation.com and use code CSC to sign up for your free trial. Okay?
Free trial? They're practically giving it away.
You want to just dip your toes in? That's fine. Go to ShipStation.com, but make sure to use code CSC.
Like 130,000 other companies. I didn't even know there were that many companies.
ShipStation.com/CSC. I want to say the elites of the Zionist movement are problematic people.
Okay. That's been my argument the whole time. And that they're lower middle management.
Well,
along with the Jesuits, which is what this gets into.
Right. But
and the Marxists.
But what we do is we listen to people like Ian Carroll and Jake Shields and Dan Bilzerian and Candace Owens, who constantly go back to this well, and it's just a sloppy well. Like you can find the Catholic mob all over the JFK files. You can find evangelical evil. You can find fucking what the shit that the fucking Hindus do in India. The Buddhists have done.
What have the Buddhists done?
Massacre their own people.
When
massacre their own people.
You look up the Buddha massacre. When was the Buddhist massacre?
Oh, that's not it.
Okay, take your time with that one.
You're going to look like an idiot.
I'm down
You're
with
going to look like an idiot.
I am, because I've never heard the Buddhist massacre.
There are Buddhists that have massacred their own people.
Okay, I'm saying I'd love to learn about it.
What is the? I'm telling you, you're gonna look back.
I am dying to know about the Buddhist massacre.
God damn it. We're gonna need to fucking. Oh God damn it.
Take your time. I'm in no hurry. Can we do another commercial break right now and come back and see if you've had enough time to? Okay.
Yeah, look up ethnic cleansing in Myanmar.
Okay,
Ryan, thank you very much.
Let's go. Very specific, by the way.
It's not very specific.
It is. It took you looking specifically for that one.
Okay. Zoom in on this, please. What is this called? Ryan, go ahead and read.
Rohingya genocide?
But it's not. Okay. Let me hear about it, because I see the word Muslims right there.
Yeah, it's the ongoing persecution and killing of Muzzies by the military of Myanmar.
Okay. So it's a government.
Yeah, but they're Buddhists.
Okay. All right.
One of the motives was Buddhist nationalism.
Okay. All right. So in Myanmar, we had a Buddhist massacre. Okay. Go on.
So there's been
okay. All right.
Persecution.
All right. Okay.
What?
All right. All right. Gotcha.
What?
Gotcha.
There's a genocide in Gaza.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Okay. Go on.
36,000 thrown into fires. That's
Ooh.
Okay.
116,000 beaten.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
25 to 43,000 deaths.
Okay, so you're saying that's a Buddhist genocide? Is that what you're saying?
How many dead?
30,000.
30 to 45,000.
I mean,
Are you saying that?
I mean, we were calling Gaza a genocide when we
Okay,
hit
so are you
30,000.
calling that a genocide?
We have changed the definition.
Okay, there we go.
Can I answer the question? Can I answer the question?
Before you do, please stretch. Please stretch.
I'll fucking stretch. I'll stretch.
Stretch right now.
Hey, can you do this?
No, I can't. I can't. I
Can you do
can't.
that
No,
fast
I can't. I can't. I can't. Oof.
What are you doing ringing the bell, you
I did
fuck?
ring the bell.
What are you doing with that in your lap, you fuck? You got that completely wrong.
Okay, go on.
You said it didn't exist. God, I smell of Creed right now. It smells so good.
Smells really good.
Doesn't it smell
Smells
good?
like Nordstrom.
Oh my
It
God.
does smell like Nordstrom's in here.
So I was right. Basically, what I'm saying is going back to the J well over and over and over again to explain all of the ails of the world is sloppy intellectualism.
Okay.
And in the case of, a lot of people, I hate to say it, anti-Semitism. Now, do we have to pass laws protecting against that stuff? No. But we can call Candace Owens an anti-Semite.
She seems to have an issue with the Israeli government right now, and the
No, she's an anti-Semite.
Zionism. Yeah, she seems to have a problem with Zionism right now, and the fact that we are.
All right, let's do a thought experiment real quick. Okay. I'm not going to ask you because you're what's the word? An idiot.
Okay,
so I'll
I'm
ask
fine with
Ryan.
it.
Okay. If a friend of yours, let's call him Kanye. Okay, let's call him Kanye.
And we're just this is a regular Kanye,
Just a regular Kanye.
Polish Kanye.
Polish Kanye.
Okay.
Yeah. Polish
right.
nationalist.
Okay,
Right?
Polish nationalist.
Takes out a Super Bowl ad.
Yeah.
And starts selling swastika merch.
Yeah, you mean the Hindu symbol for peace?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
go
sure.
on. Go on.
Totally the Hindu symbol of peace coupled with rants and rants and rants against the Jewish people.
Okay.
But when he puts out a swastika, this hypothetical Kanye, it's just about the Hinduistic symbol of peace, right? So that's why I didn't ask you, right?
Yeah.
Because you're retarded. Okay.
Right.
That's why I asked Ryan.
Okay,
This is
go
for
on,
him.
the Hindu symbol
God
of peace.
damn it, you fucking you drive me up a wall sometimes.
Okay,
man.
go on, go on.
Okay, so let's say this friend takes out a Super Bowl ad, sells swastika shirts, not intended to be a Hindu symbol of peace, but rather kind of contextually aligned with all of the anti-Semitic rants that you've gone on in the past.
All right.
Would you have any criticism for him, or would you perhaps distance yourself from that person?
Well,
Ooh!
let me just say what I'm.
But it wasn't for you. We rarely go to Ryan.
Okay,
Why
go
don't
to
you let
Ryan.
him talk?
I would say all of the above. I would have some issues. I would definitely distance myself.
Right. And if you maintained alliance with him and continued to propagate him and support him, you might be a little anti-Semitic. Wouldn't you think?
You might be anti-Semitic.
I think so.
Yeah.
If you're selling the Hindu symbol of peace in your Super Bowl ad, you might be anti-Semitic.
If you're pretty pissed off at a guy named Ben Shapiro and you let that color your entire worldview, you might be anti-Semitic. If you take a 64,000-page clandestine dump of documents and blame it all on the Jews, you might be anti-Semitic. Yeah,
now,
she's a fucking sewer cunt.
Okay, what I will tell you is, yes, thank you for, by the way.
I'm leaving it in.
He won't beep it.
God, no.
That's the show. It's raw. It's real. It's fun. I will tell you that the reaction to it has been to the previous reaction to talking about that has been met with gaslighting. So when you said, hey, like I talk about this on other shows about how, or I probably talked about on this show as well, about how there's a giant JFK convention every year in Dallas in which all the experts come and they talk about what they've learned or they do their presentation. One guy every year gets up and says Mossad was involved, and he gets met with boos at a conference in which they're talking about the possibility of intelligence agencies.
And how many people are at that conference?
Well, what I'm saying is this is the why this is coming out right now.
Okay,
is because there's been so much gaslighting.
Are you saying they're in on it or they're just brainwashed?
Who?
All of the people that are booing.
They're brainwashed.
They're brainwashed. Okay, yeah. Because this narrative that
if you are at a convention saying intelligence agencies are doing it, but you get mad when they say another intelligence agency was involved, and you're booing that.
Yeah, that's fine. I take your point, but there's also this narrative of like, well, we're talking about it and only it because it's never been discussed before.
Yes,
we haven't been allowed to talk about
it.
It's completely not it. This shit has been written about and talked about over and over and over and over again.
So what you're saying right now is that 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago, people were openly talking about this stuff
in your community. Yeah.
They were openly talking about, and they weren't completely and utterly ostracized.
In your community?
Ostracized.
How many copies of Behold the Pale Horse?
A small community, dude. My point is, it's now become it's now become
so you're
allowed
saying,
to talk.
So you're saying there's an overcorrection?
Yes.
Okay.
But you need to understand where I come from, and I can only control that, is that it was a group of people. And that this group of people, part of those group of people, were this group that you weren't allowed to discuss forever. Now you can go, hey, dude, there was a lot of anti-Semitism in the 40s, 50s, 60s. But there became a time in which there was if you discussed that at all, you were ran out of society. And you have to agree to that. You have to go, yes, there was. There was a time, if you discuss Mossad's role in the assassination of a U.S. president, you would be ostracized.
Mm-hmm.
This is just an overcorrection.
Yeah, an overcorrection that is led by anti-Semitic people and or people that know that they're going to get clicks on this stuff.
That could be possible. Now, if you go before October 7th, right? You could go deeper and go, I would go to you. You can have all the anti-Jew, anti-gay, anti-black, all those tweets, and I'll take all the anti-white tweets on Twitter, and who do you think would win? Who would have more tweets? It's not even close. It's not even close. That's all I'm saying. If you're allowed to say muzzies are bad people, right?
Which you're not.
But if you're allowed to say that openly with no repercussions, or you're allowed to say Christian nationalism is dangerous,
which it is,
okay, and then you should be allowed to discuss.
You should be allowed to blame the Jews for everything.
No, you should be allowed to discuss Talmud Zionism.
Yeah, you should. Also, you should be able to discuss whatever you want.
Can we get to another subject?
100%. Like
because I feel like the people on the show have heard our takes on this.
Yeah,
I don't mind because let's just get the story that you claim I send you nothing but anti-Jew stuff.
That's not. I'm joking.
Dude, I am joking as well. Okay, I don't take any of this serious.
He doesn't say it like
I will
a joke.
never. You
He
said one
does
thing
not-
one time.
he
upset.
does not
Outside
say
of that, I do not care.
Oh gosh, do you
Okay.
remember that time?
Yeah, I do. And to the end of days, I'll be like going out with holding my daughter's hands. Just to tell Dylan he's a.
Flag that.
Oh, we're gonna click that one. Okay, but the point is this. The point is this.
We don't need to make a point. We agree on
we go
stuff.
to we go to Israel less than a week ago, 3 days ago, announcing to the world they're ending U.S. tariffs. You don't find that absolutely insane that a country that basically only survives off our aid was tariffing American-made goods? That doesn't go, what the hell?
I don't think that the collective is ready to have, and this is what Donald Trump does, bombards us with institutional narrative decay and concepts that the majority of
I'm
us,
not against
myself
what you're saying
included, are not intellectually equipped, him included, to deal with. Okay?
And I will respect that answer.
So now everybody's a fucking economic expert, okay? You don't have no fucking idea.
Dude, you don't even have to graduate high school to go, the country that's basically alive because we send them money and give them free health care was tariffing our goods. You don't even need to graduate high school to go, that's crazy.
No, you don't need to graduate high school to go, that's crazy. You do need to graduate high school to go, hey, what's going on there? Wonder why that's happening and maybe arrive at the conclusion.
And okay, you did graduate college. What would you say is a logical, proper answer to that?
I don't understand tariffs. I don't understand how they work. I don't understand how they're weaponized. I don't understand why they're put in place and why they're not put in place.
Okay, so let's just go with a basic understanding of tariffs.
Oh, God.
Goods coming into your country, they add a tariff to it, which means the government or the country,
the importer,
gets more money for it. They receive more money, which makes the goods more expensive, right?
The exporter receives more money for it, yeah.
The exporter does not receive, if the exporter received more money from a tariff, okay, all these countries wouldn't be crying about getting tariffed.
Well, no, I think that's how it works though, because
Nope. That's not how it works in any way.
No,
and you graduated college.
No, I think the importer pays for the tariff.
The tariff, the people getting tariffed are the ones sending the goods.
Everyone's getting tariffed.
No, but we're talking this specific way. This one specific way.
Well, the tariff hits
America sending goods to Israel were hit with tariffs. Let's just go with that basic discussion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Israel.
So what in your mind, if you had to just take your magic 8-ball of Dylan Wren's head and shake it around to come up with the proper answer?
Yeah.
Why would a country that is basically living off the funds of the country sending the goods tariff the goods?
I mean, I don't know, but definitely the importer pays the tax. And if you don't have a very robust economy, then the country that's enforcing the tariff, there's no the choice to go away from that company doesn't really happen because
American goods more expensive for your population.
Can you scroll
if that
up,
country
please?
Is funding you?
The importer, the company or entity bringing goods into a country is typically the one who directly pays the tariff.
Okay. Why would you do that?
But you were wrong though.
Yes, but why is that you're not answering the question? Why is a country that only can function based on the money given to it by the country?
Well, it sounds like a kickback.
To who?
To the U.S.
Why would it be a kickback? If people are getting kickback money, why would all these countries be complaining about tariffs?
Because
you know the answer, you just don't want to answer it. Well, just because it goes against your DNA.
No. It's two different scenarios. People are complaining about the tariffs because they don't want Americans to look for cheaper options, because if there's a 55% tariff on China, then the country or
let's just break it down.
Hang
to
on,
Israel.
the importer is going to have to take in that tariff and unload it on the customers, which is going to make them upset and want to find a cheaper option.
So why would the country that is receiving billions in funds to function tariff the country that is sending billions in funds so they could function?
Well, you're asking it because I think that you have a gross misunderstanding of tariffs.
I don't have a gross misunderstanding of tariffs.
No, you do.
You have not said anything that makes any sense on why Israel would tariff American goods.
Well, you didn't know which.
Move on. You can't.
No. But hang on a second. You didn't know which side of the equation paid.
I do understand it.
No.
Dylan.
You didn't though. So why don't you give me the answer?
Dylan,
why is Israel tariffing the United States?
There's no logical, proper answer that makes sense. That's what I'm saying. It does not make sense at all. That is why people are upset about it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
It just makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Okay. Well, it makes sense for the people at the top.
It doesn't.
No, that it makes sense for the people who are striking the deals, and they're doing it for a reason. God, sometimes I feel fatigued.
Sometimes, dude, I am going 24/7.
You know what doesn't?
Children, podcasting, nonstop working.
You know what doesn't help?
What?
Just gacking Monster Energy drink, 0 calorie, Blue Midnight.
The worst. I get the tweaks when I take that side. I get tweaky.
Your bowel movements are different colors. It's like, wait, how is
that healthy? What's in there?
Wait, how is it indigo? I didn't even know what indigo was until I saw it in my feces.
I can't even spell that.
Yeah, but if you switch from gacking 0 calorie Blue Monster Energy drinks to Magic Mind,
Mother Nature's crank,
not only will your bowels be wound, they will also be more healthful.
Please.
Okay.
Oh my God, I got bang one right now.
Magic Mind is filled with holistic, beautiful ingredients that will keep you in sync, in tune, focused, calmly. Okay. The way to tackle a busy life is not frenetically. It's with calm. It's with zen. Okay.
It is. I mean, dude, I look at me right now. My nipples went right hard. Give me some glass. Let me cut it right now.
My nipples went right hard. Right hard. Go to magicmind.com/deepwaters and use code deepwaters to throat fart all over the place.
That means it's working.
Yeah, 100%. All the vitamins you need.
Can we see Magic Mind on the screen?
All the mushrooms you need.
I love the pictures.
All the matcha you need. It is the best stuff in the world.
Those drawings make me know it works.
Magic Mind is motivation in a bottle for me. It is hands down the best tool for helping me get into a deep creative flow state.
Oh, that guy gets it.
That guy gets it, dude.
That guy gets it.
GQ's written about this. Wired's written about it. Forbes has written about it.
I can't confirm it, but I think Otani takes it too. I can't confirm it.
Otani wakes up, gacks Magic Mind, goes to BP, just hits dingers, gacks it, gets ready for the game, and then just speaks no English.
He calls it Godzilla servant.
Okay. So anyways, go to magicmind.com/deepwaters. Use code deepwaters to get 20% off or 48% off if you get a subscription. Okay. People really love this stuff. Fans are
I love it. I have
Sam
a friend who
loves
takes it.
I love it.
He drinks it. And
they've got
crimes. It's great.
They've got so much more stuff than just the vigilante fluid. They've got sleep serums. They've got gummies. They've got an entire suite of stuff that can help you stay zen and attack the fucking day. Okay?
Attack the day. Look at that guy's abs. Look at Ryan. Everyone wants to know what Ryan looks like. That's Ryan in the picture.
Pretty much, just a little bit hotter with a bigger penis. Go to magicmind.com/deepwaters. We love you. All right, quick picks.
Greatest show ever.
I think it's a little you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours kind of thing.
It is, once again, America being completely and utterly shit-canned by, maybe that's not the term, but being completely taken advantage of.
Mm-hmm. Now,
by not just your favorite country, but the others as well.
Yeah, no, now this is my favorite part of this, right? And this is where we get sloppy, right? This is where we get really dumb. So you go, America is being taken advantage of by Israel. America is being told that they have to bomb all these people, and Israel's the one.
You went an interesting way with that.
Israel's the one who's making America do that.
Okay.
And everyone goes, it's Israel's fault.
Okay.
Here's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Would the most powerful country in the world, with the most powerful members of that country, do they need to co-sign on that? Do they have any agency in that, or do they just get dog-walked around?
So they are being dog-walked for sure.
No, they're not.
100%
They're making
they are.
money. That's why they do it.
100%.
But there's no conversation about Raytheon or Northrop Grumman or any of these countries that are companies that are making all this money. It's just the Jews are doing it. Israel's doing it, and it's not just Israel. When we talk about we're being taken advantage of here and there.
We're being it's only taken Israel. What everyone's saying,
a lot of people are, but I
Israel.
don't want to get back to that. But we're being taken advantage of, and this whole thing is framed as these countries are doing this to us. There are people in the upper echelon of this country who are good with the way this goes.
Okay.
They are good with supplying Israel weaponry. They're good with supplying Saudi Arabia weaponry.
Right.
We're not okay with it.
Okay.
But when we criticize that exchange, let's not forget to criticize where it starts. Our country.
You don't know that. You don't know it starts with our country. Our country,
well, at least
the elites in the Raytheon and the Boeing and all that create the weapons are 100% involved.
It may not start there. I shouldn't have said that because I have to be logistically perfect when I'm talking to you.
No, you just have to be logical.
Well, I am being logical.
You're not being logical.
No, you're not.
No, I totally am, because you think I am only saying it's Israel. What I have said since the beginning, day one, it includes Israel. Now, I can't control if bigger names in the space are saying something different. I can only control what I'm saying. And what I am saying is it includes Israel. And for the longest time, you could not talk about that.
Right, but okay, so when we say, let's take Israel out of the equation, Saudi Arabia is dog-walking us.
No, Saudi Arabia is a puppet.
Okay, insert any...
I mean, it's nuanced, buddy. That's the truth.
Well, any country that we have a trade deficit with, we're getting dog-walked by them.
No, because what is happening is the military-industrial complex made deals with a bunch of countries that if they allowed us to have military bases there, they could put tariffs on all goods coming in and no tariffs on goods going out. That once again, stolen valor.
100% not. I ring this with every ounce of my being. That is stolen valor.
Rye,
who won that conversation?
I couldn't give you an answer.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get picked between mom and dad. He just wants to be loved.
I got lost in r/moderate politics take on this.
Hey, Ryan. I know that we don't pay you a lot, but if
we're trying, I try to pay you as much as I can.
If when you're here, if you could just focus on what mom and dad are saying and not get lost on Reddit, I'd really appreciate that.
Okay, I thought you did great, son. Okay. I'm so proud of you, my son.
Yeah, all right.
Dad loves you.
Go to the second tab. Let's piss Sam off.
Your biggest fear is that a man will be dressing up as a woman to enter the women's restroom. You are not afraid of trans women. You are afraid of men. I will let that sink in for a second.
It's just the casual way that this girl thought she said the most profound thing ever.
I totally agree.
You are not afraid of trans women.
Yes.
Keep rolling it.
Yes, extremely hot chick.
If a man wanted to walk straight into a woman's restroom, there's nothing stopping them. Just a bathroom sign. What is that bathroom sign going to do? Tell it no? He can just walk right on in.
Yep.
But it is easier for you.
You live a sheltered life.
Less than 1% of the United States population than it is to ever blame a man.
Okay, pause it.
Reflect on that.
So your own argument is that you're literally your own argument is that men are bad and these are men dressed as women. So you're arguing against yourself.
It's essentially a transphobic argument.
It's so crazy to me.
Yeah.
She has no clue what she's saying.
She has zero.
She is so hot. She is so symmetrical, her face. It almost looks AI, right? And she's been allowed to say whatever dumb stuff she wants because everyone thinks she's the cutest thing ever.
And men have to be careful because if you are lucky enough to be loved by something like this, it will be something that you are completely powerless to. And you have to pull the sword out of the stone and you have to fight against it. You have to say no. Because if you do link up with this, you will be dog walked.
DNA
you will be.
It's going to tell you we got to hit this,
but you can't.
We have to let this in our life.
This is a siren song that aims and means to shipwreck you. Okay, you have to run away from this.
Yeah, I agree.
You'll completely lose your reason.
I agree.
But yeah, this is so funny to me that like you said, she has zero idea what she's saying.
Yeah, she has no idea. And it's just like, who hates men more? Society or the feminist? Which she is obviously a feminist. And she has no clue that a lot of the outrage isn't coming from men. It is coming from women, and men are responding to that. Our daughters, our wives, our sisters, our mothers are like, this dude's got a dick and he's staring at me in the fucking bathroom. And like, if you really want to get into it, miss, yes, they are 1%. But what percentage of and I love trans. I have a ton of trans friends. I don't hate trans.
What percentage of them are actually trans?
And what percentage of them are sex offenders? It's like it's like 1 in 200.
Yeah. And this is
that's what you're letting in. You're letting foxes into the hen house.
And this is the Democratic Party has to do what we're imploring the hypothetical man to do. Take the albatross off your neck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go back to old liberal values.
Take the pronouns out of your Twitter bio. Okay.
Yep,
we know you're a woman. All right. You're gonna lose every election left on planet Earth if you keep doing this shit.
If you keep pushing this kind of like idealism, that's really what you're pushing. Ideally, we should all be able to use whatever bathroom we want.
And honestly, I think Tim Ryan, I think he's governor of Ohio or representative from Ohio or something, had a really good point. He was like, the Democrats, if you really do want to help trans people, the LGBTQ community, stop flying the freak flag so high because what you're doing is putting them under the leadership of people who actually do not give a fuck about them.
Yep.
Because you're putting them in harm's way by aligning yourself with each and every fantastical idea they could come up with.
Stephen A. Smith, who gets something right once in a while, but he goes on Bill Maher, he goes, you are playing to 1% of the population. You are demanding that 99% of the population capitulates to 1% of the population. And that's never going to win you an election. Now, the way MSNBC and all that stuff is going, they're trying to drum up with the, oh my God, midterms are coming, blah, blah. It's never meant to be a majority either side. When Obama was in, he got nothing done with the majority. Trump's got the majority. It's meant to be gridlock. But on a street level, people just want to be left alone. Women want to go to the bathroom with women. If you have a dick, you can't go in to the woman's bathroom. Chop that thing off.
Well, I mean,
chop it off.
No, don't do that.
Cut it right off.
No.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Choppy.
No, don't get choppy. Okay, there are ways to do this.
So that's my whole thing. It's just like you are placating to a small minority like the smallest of minorities, and that are never going to win you an election. And most of the trans just want to be left the fuck alone. And these trans, they're getting like iPhones. They're becoming slicker and slicker.
Preach, sister. Preach.
You know, and it's probably, if people have a problem with you, because you're not that good looking as a trans.
Oh, no.
You're probably scaring people with a 5 o'clock shadow.
No choppy.
Choppy.
No choppy.
Cut it off.
Okay. Let's get to the last story. We got to get out of here. It was one you probably closed. It was about Catholic sex trafficking.
We just talk about that. That's literally what we just talked about.
No, we didn't talk about it.
We literally talked about it.
No, I derailed this on the J train.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, this is, you know, I just did a great episode with King Bao, and, you know,
you talk to people with the funnest names, man.
You know, the Zionism stuff, the Marxist stuff, you know, it's these guys are all low levels, man, and it's just like there's much powerful people, more powerful people above it all, getting us all to fight with each other. And like the Catholic Church is dangerous. So now Catholics are great.
So this says breaking Catholic charities tied to border child trafficking scheme. Catholic charities took $1.4 billion in taxpayer funds to process migrant children while skipping background checks for adult sponsors. Joe Rossi tells Lindell TV they stopped vetting. It didn't matter who picked the kids up, just move them fast. He's demanding an independent investigation into how this happened and where the money went.
Yeah, I mean, it's the new orphan trains.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
God.
The new orphan trains. Move them around, don't let them know their culture, and who knows what really dark stuff's going on with it. And by the way, that reporter is hot.
Super hot.
It's like somebody just went to a Texas strip bar going, who can read a prompter?
It is so weird that this thing is as commonplace and I don't mean to say fought for, but they have infrastructure to hide it and keep it quiet.
Yeah.
And it's just like, listen, somebody runs somebody over one night. They had a little bit too much communion wine. I get it. You want to move them around a little bit. That's fine. They're fucking touching kids.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I agree.
Going to bat for that.
All kids should be protected. Like, society has certain pillars they need. They need to have lying is wrong, stealing is wrong, violence is wrong, and hurting children wrong.
Yeah, and
if you don't have that, your society is crumbling.
And another pillar, one of the new Conspiracy Social Club commandments, and this is kind of a convoluted one, but don't shoplift. And if someone is shoplifting and they're a big-tittied black grandma, don't crack them in the face with a right hook.
Don't crack them.
That's
one of the craziest cracks I've ever seen.
Dude. Like, you cannot do that.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
I totally agree.
Anyways, I think we learned a lot today.
I think we learned a lot. A lot of stolen valor, though, tonight for sure. I mean, today for sure. A lot of stolen valor. We'll be back next week when Dylan does his Maya Copa.
Yeah. And you should do more, though.
I do a lot. I carry this show. It's like so hard.
Yeah.
My back hurts.
Yeah.
This show blows my back out
and
every night.
Who pays the taxes on tariffs?
Well, the tariffs are from the people buying the goods.
Have a great night, everybody. Get in the comments. Let us know what you thought about the episode. Say whatever you want. Most importantly, say it. Most importantly,
don't spray it.
Don't spray it. Just type it.
Did you hear my knees crack? Oh my God, I'm so old.
Tell people about the show. We appreciate all the Spotify comments.
Real talk. The most real talk on the internet is at this place.
Love this show. Love doing it. If you guys love
dangerous.
it, let us know.
Don't beep swear
Spread
words.
the word. Join us at patreon.com/aka Deepwater. Support the sponsors. We love you very much. Goodbye. Good night and good luck.
Good night and good luck.
All right, ads really quickly. Was that a bad show?
I thought it was the best show we've ever done.
Killed it.
I gave you some. The CIA was helping with drugs. You didn't even use that one. How about TikToking the stop tariffs?
Do you see the like 50 people backdoor challenge Lily Phillips thing?
Oh yeah, no, but it was her friend that did it.
That needed the reconstructive butthole surgery.
They had to reconstruct her beehole because it got so lit up by dick.
That's why I don't do anal with my girl. I just don't want the farts.
Dude, anal isn't even fun. It's not even fun. There's nothing like vagina. Vagina is the greatest thing on planet Earth.
Well, you could come in there. You can come in a shitter.
You can come in a shitter, but it's just not like vagina.
Dana and say, there we go.
Ship station. Promo code CSC.
Promo code CSC. Zoom in on that for us.
Let me double check. CTA is CSC.
Okay, can you zoom?
Call to action. What is this that we're doing?
Welcome to Deep Waters.
Where are you going right now?
So they crank the 5G up, and then we just all get shaken and baking microwave. I love it.
I didn't say that, you absolute moron.
There was no dinosaurs. Those were Nephilim giants from the Bible.
And Lucifer is in the Vatican?
Yes.
Oh, okay, got it.
I think space is probably like just a giant liquid.
Yeah.
Filled it up, seal the well, when it's about to collapse, release the gays.
Are you going to get the jab?
Never. Conspiracy Social Club, aka Deep Waters.